Okay, Umbra Stygian. Perils, nice. Ice Tornadoes, okay. A little chunky. Ember Cash is fine, I guess. Jackstrips versus Magic Power. The 3 Magic Powers can be really good on an Antumbra Assault. On the Frozen Lancers, at this stage, and the Ice Tornado, it doesn't really do much. Jackstrips can be huge, though, right up to the sort of Fell and beyond. Let's check out the Fell fight. Do that first. So we have that Fell. Which has 2 health units. And grants Rage, so that just kills the 9/2s in that Fell fight, Jackstrips. And then we have Cleansey Seraph, or not Cleansey, Consume Seraph, which has 3 hit point enemies, so a little less valuable against them, but let's take an Architect. Should be fine. This is where I'd really like to be able to look at the map and sort of plan. I could do the first one. We go Umbra Banner and we give it buffs. Very likely. Yeah. Enter with spikes. You get a damage shield after you slay. Don't care. You're going to die. The boss, the guy with the... So if we set up on the 2nd and 3rd floor, we only have to kill the 2 340s. And I don't really want to put Stuarts down the bottom because then they're likely to get the slay off because spikes count as well. And that makes it really hard. He's going to take 2. He's going to get 38. Alright, let's see what happens here. I've also got to... If I set up Penumbra though on this floor, the Morsels will attack him because they won't be dazed. And that counts as a slay. Apparently it doesn't matter. Oh, like, check. So one of the options is set up on the bottom so that the second wave, we don't have to kill the second, like the front guy on the next turn. But that only works if we kill the boss. We're just hoping here. Collector... Top, please. Never collect a top, doesn't matter. Easy game. Hey, Mochip. We finished off the last of the Barons challenge in Desperados yesterday. I played Tomb Raider on Tuesdays, but we are starting Desperados 1 tomorrow. So if you want to check out the old school one, please drop by. I'm going to play 2 as well. I wonder if I can do this without taking the 3 damage. Gonna try because I'm greedy. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. I really love that genre, so it's... I'm going for the energy next turn. Tomb Raider 3, playing through the entire franchise. Little bonuses and stuffs and things. Alright, here we go. This might work. Nice, we did it. No damage. Yeah, so we've got a... I've been doing that every Tuesday for a long time, and I think I've got a long time to go. Making of a Morsel. Space Prism's good too. We don't have anything for our Morsel to feed into. I'm a little bit worried here. We need to get a good unit. Just take one of those though. That's not a good unit. Okay, we need a dog. I absolutely have to get a dog now. Endless dog no. We got a health and a thing there, so... Oh, bollocks. Did I play the Max Payne series? No. It is on the long list, though, of stuff to maybe one day, if I ever catch up on games to play. It's pretty far down, so I wouldn't count on it. Although if enough people said, yeah, let's do that one, then, you know... It's funny what group popularity will do for a game. The Hitman series is, I think, probably in between the two. I get that one.
Panz Pizza, Panz Hype, Panz AI.
Baby Tech, thank you so much for the 8 months. Panz Pizza, Panz Hype, Panz AI. Wait, Panz AI. Thank you so much, dude. Much love. Little Miss Chromo did a 2-year-old checkup and all is good. Oh, that's wonderful news, Chromo. I think we just give basic abilities to this guy. Just to make him a little bit stronger. He wants to stick around. That protects him against crap, I guess. I'm not going to Eternal Stone him. It's not a bad unit to get, but it's not a good unit to get. You took a pacifier, she doesn't care. So Mrs. Chromo's happy too. Oh, that's nice, yeah. Like completely, or just for daytime? Completely? That's nice. Is that haste? That's haste. Son of a... An armor really screws us here. Jackstrips doesn't get to do what Jackstrips wants to do, which is a shame. They don't do a lot of damage though, so I'm not too worried. Man, okay. I mean, I could kill 3 of them. They really don't do that much damage though. They really don't do that much damage. Oh, I still can kill 3 of them. I have energy. Ah! Wow, Energy Morsel did a thing. Rubble Morsel! What a champ! I just didn't even look at my energy. I just assumed I wouldn't have enough energy for it. But Rubble Morsel. MVP. Who saw that coming? I didn't. Definitely not me. Oh man, Perils of Production is so... Can you say high roll? Hyrule? Well, I mean, Hyrule's pretty good too. Man, if only we'd gotten Glutton. Dude, how, like, Glutton would be just going off right now. Wow. He didn't take the boss alone, there was two of them. His partner just, like, left him there, like, just died like an idiot and then made him solo. Morsel Master, so good? Yes. Wait, is that the one I've got? Morsel Master, so good. Morsel Maker, Charlatan. Conjurer of cheap tricks and ruined dreams. Don't be fooled. Well, Perils of Production is amazing, but I've already got two of them. I'd possibly squeeze in a third one, but I just... Copy the Master and get Prism. Interesting. I kind of like where your head's at there. Although I've got enough space, I don't need the Prism because I'm already making 4 morsels. Although copying the Master only means I can only put 3 morsels down. Can I get to 5? 1, 2, 3... No, you can only have 4. So you can only put 4 morsels down if you've got 2 Masters anyway, because you could get a maximum of 7. And I'm getting 4 down anyway. I still want a dog. I don't want that dog though. Wow. You want a dog too, but Mrs. Chromo says not until the cat is gone? Man, didn't you just, like, when she says that, don't you just walk out to the garden? Panz, stop talking. I mean, I love your cat. And all cats. I mean, you could get a slightly non-cat loving dog and it would solve both issues in the same moment. Is that a loophole? Like, does that work? We want them to be unlikely animal friends, but Mrs. Chromo's already vetoed that, so that just doesn't allow. You know, so it's one or the other. So you either need to wait for the cat to finish being part of your family, or you get a dog to help the process. I don't know, just saying. He's about 12 years old. My aunt had a cat that lived to like 23, and it looked like it was 1 billion years old. Probably because 23 is actually calculates to 1 billion in cat years. Like, this thing was bones and bones. I think there was some... No, I don't think there was any... It wasn't skin and bones. I think there was just fur, just sort of stuck to the bones. I'm gonna have to go there. I don't know what Stygian unit I want though. But we need a unit. Or I gotta get better spells. Wonder if I should have taken some of those spells. "23 and Caddies was around for the Pharaoh and his worship." Yeah, totally. It was an evil thing by that stage. I think it just become evil because all the kids we used to play with it. We were good kids, but, you know, cats don't like being played with. Alright. That's a start. Incant Rage 1. Sweep Frostbite 3. I mean, they're not the greatest. By any stretch of the imagination. But maybe behind an architect, you can do something. Do we just take take 5 Ember Caches and hope? Is that what's happening here? Or we just copy the Cold Celias and play them like candy? I don't think that works either. Or just get 2 of the making of a Morsels and just pump something huge. It's got holdover, so we don't need 5 of them. Or do we? Probably not. That's pretty tempting there, right? No, you just get your hand to where you like we just take energy and then just play 5 of them every turn. It's probably not good, right? It's... I can't work. I don't think that could work. As much as I want to, I also want to play somewhere, you know, towards my best ability and not like, you know, triple full meme. Scared that money doesn't make money. No, that's not it. Get jackstripped. Maybe I don't need Cold Celia. Yeah, I want a dog. A dog would be amazing. Well, a good dog, not the bad dog. Is that Mr. Robot? Roboto? No, that's the robot. Sometimes he's referred to as Kevin. Yeah, dog's the one that looks like a dog. He looks like a dog. Dog's is Steve. I can get behind calling the dog Steve. Is Dolphin around? Dolphin has the weird names. Like the Dolphin named the robot Kevin. I take credit for naming the lost winged Jeff, because he's an idiot. I would name him Bob, because Bob from Bad Ideas, but he's not really a bad idea, he's just an idiot. And Jeff's like the international standard name. Like if your name is Jeff, or Karen, I feel sorry. Like I really apologize. I don't make these rules up, but Karen and Jeff are the meme names that, unfortunately, that's just the way the world has worked out. Such a Jeff move, yeah. You guys see that Karen at the Trader Joe's opening the other day? In Germany, it's Kevin and Mandy. Your name is Jeff? So you're the exception. You just got to remember that, Smus. You're the exception, not the rule. Oop. This kind of sucks. Make it a Geoff? No, because that's like more like because Jeffrey spelt like that, like Geoffrey. You know, that just sounds like someone with a glorious beard mustache combo, and I just couldn't, you know, ever lose faith in someone like that, man. Oh, your name is Jeff is a meme in the States? Probably for the reason that Jeff is the standard idiot character name in meme stuff. Got nothing to do with reality, it's just what happened. I know there's a story. There's probably... There has to be a story. And I know there's a story about Karen. I can't remember it. But her name was Karen. That's why the story is... Why they've become... Dude, look. This guy's not even a Gorger. We don't even have Glutton Penumbra. We're at Daedalus, frick's sake, and he's hitting... Like, look at these numbers. That's insane. Imagine if he was a glutton. Oh, if he was a glutton. What kind of draw was that? That was a good draw. Those up in the cheap seats. That was a good draw. I was just saying, man, we need an X-Cost card. But I need a furnace tap. Might not be able to do it without Architect. Probably, that's true. I don't think I have any Frostbite for Hoarfrost. So, I'm just wondering about the Trample, but I think the Shroud Spike is the way to go. Like, there's going to be like a 7 energy turn, where we just dumpster whatever minions in front of us. Hey, there's a Gorger. I mean, Architect's going to give us one capacity. Oh, we do have Frostbite. We have the Sweeper. We have I think Cold Celia. Was she in that fight? I think she showed up. I think she took someone else's place. I want Shadow Eater to be good. I just don't think it is. Maybe it, like a down the bottom line. If you had feed on holdover, I think that could be your bottom row. Like weakling killer. The problem is if you don't, you'd need to draw it though. You'd have to start with the feed and use it to like clear off the crapsters. Or if there was a tome called Hungry, that meant they gorged, like basically it was the equivalent of Quick, where you hit end turn and they gorge first. That'd be kind of cool. I just want to draw into the things. Every time you see Cold Celia, you think Coachella. Okay. Alright. Give me a dog. So one of the problems with getting a dog here is, do we get to give it health? Because you've got to give it health. We get to health there. Okay. Please, dog. Huh. That's vaguely like Sweep. That's nothing like... Oh, you're talking about this guy? Okay, yeah, maybe. You think Shadow Siege is pretty good? He's pretty good. He's freaking incredible. If you could play him. This is what Channel Song and the other Prism card was made for. The Prism card's hard, but Channel Song? I have got up to 7 mana, but you don't get to hold it. You can't put permafreeze on a minion. Yeah, that's the thing. You just can't. Yeah, I'm down with that. Just draw it at the right time, forehead. Bless RNG. Whoa. Is it not a capital B? Or maybe it's not capital RNG. Hang on, you can do a search. That was a Twitch one, wasn't it? It wasn't a better Twitch TV? It was removed? Like what, like 3 days ago or something? Okay, so it wasn't... Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so it wasn't offending blue, actual blessing. It was because the dude. Fair enough. Yeah, I've got no complaints with that then. I'll have to get my own Panz Bless. And just make it of a pot. Non-boss enemy units enter with 4 spikes. Yeah, the problem is I don't want to make it of me because someone might draw a similarity between me and that guy, and I don't want that sort of similarity. Four spikes for an artifact. What about no? How does no sound? I think no sounds good here. Now these guys get stronger the further they go up, so I don't want to set up there though. I could also just hit that. I'm going to hit that anyway. all the potential. I think you just go, right? He gets hit for 30. And we're an 80-60 all of a sudden. And we're not even glutton. Well, maybe I should have set her up. Since she's a sweeper. Huh. Oops. Oh, should I be feeding her? Maybe I should be feeding her. Can I afford to split the difference here? Oh, we needed to be alive, otherwise we're going to leak. I mean, I don't like it, but that's just how it is. I'm going to leak anyway, so maybe I should just not care. And using morsels to chump for us sucks because they're expensive. Where's that trample now? Yeah, I think she should have been up here. And we should have just been feeding her. We can't do anything about these guys. So the only thing we could do is give her perils just to boost her attack. Oh, we draw an ice tornado next turn? Alright, let's just do that then. I just got to think about it next time that happens and just put her up top. So what happens if she goes up top? She's 2 pips, which means I can only play 1 morsel a turn at the moment. So that's definitely a thing that happens. Just draw it again, forehead. She lasted long enough. He's only getting 1 hit in. He's getting 2 hits in. That sucks. Oh, he got jackstripped. Jackstripped just saved us 11 hit points. Yeah, we put Spike on this guy at the start, but maybe Spike on her was better. That's probably a fair call. Oh wait, I had a thing. I could have used that. Doesn't matter. Would have done 30 damage. But yeah, I think I even if she's only getting 1 morsel, it was probably better than what happened. Another Ember Cache. God, man, it's Shadow Siege. Ooh. There's Amulet. Spells or caverns? Let's get some spell action happening. Get that health back. Hold over another card? Probably not. Actually. Perils hold over to go with it. Wow. Maybe. That's... Oh, for Spike? Oh. No, I gotta trust, gotta have faith. I actually want to get rid of these now since I'm playing the other morsels. Stewards can probably go as well at some point, but sometimes I can play them. No. Definitely not doing that one. Okay, so as a plan, we're just going to 1-floor this with Celia. So on 5 pips, I can still only place 1. Which means she doesn't get as big, but with Penumbra behind her, maybe she just doesn't need to get as big. Jackstrips. Jackstrips so good. So about them morsels. You all got some morsels? Okay. It's kind of working. It's not really doing what I needed to do until Ember Cash kicks in, right? Oh, here's Ember Cash. I think this fight probably would have done alright without... Okay, so I don't want... So this is a problem. This guy sucks right now. Because it means he loses all these stacks of sap. Also, so playing that's bad as well. Don't play it, forehead. Okay. And I really didn't want... Like, that's a Jeff move right there from that little train steward idiot. He's like, hey, look, I'm going to hold up the boss. This guy's going to be so proud of me. I stalled him, fellas. I stalled him. Shroud mitosis. That definitely helps. And hold over on that. We got to take energy. We have to take energy. Yeah, if we put holdover on that, then it doesn't matter. The copies get put on the floor. So it just puts another 3 of them on there. If you've got room for 3. I don't know if it's 3 times 2 with Morsel Maker or more, because you can never... the best you could get would be to get 6. So if you just have one morsel on its own and you play it, you end up with 4. So with a Morsel Maker, though, he's already the 5th one. So you're at least getting another morsel. So you get at least have 5 morsels on playfield. If you've got any other unit that's already eating, which is generally what happens, you don't know if you're going to get even more. Space allows you to get 4 miners on a floor with Celia. No, space doesn't. We can have... Oh, space with Celia does, yeah. But we can just put 4 morsels. We can go over capacity with morsel mitosis. I wonder if I want to multi with her then instead. We'll probably end up with the capacity anyway. Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem. It relies on getting holdover on it, so I'd rather just use... Oh, I think it's consumed as well. Is it? No, it's not consumed. No. So I just want to give Celia a little bit of... You know what? There we go. We'll start feeding her up from there. Large stone and silo is not bad? Yeah, it is. Because if the top floor gets... I mean, we could always set up on second, but I want to set up on top because that's where the random birds can get put in as well. Too much capacity loss. The difference between large stone and a couple of small upgrades is not that big of a gap. I mean, it's definitely noticeable, but the loss of capacity can be pretty bad. Ooh. I already have ember caches. Oh, that's not the one that gives us the thing. I mean, we're holding over so much, does it matter? Although I don't want to be losing my holdover cards. I'll just leave this one. I think with a different serif, that's doable. Okay, let's see how this works. So 4, so that becomes a neutral, so 2 and 1, so we can still play 1 morsel. So we don't actually lose anything at the moment on a 4 capacity. The Ember Stasis is good against Consumed Sarah since she shuffles 3 blights in your deck. I've already got 2 of them. I want to get some damage. You'll get any of that damage. Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna need some sort of energy generation. Because this is the thing, like, this is where I want to play it, but I can't. Because then I lose sap. Yeah, 4 energy. Or an energy generation artifact. No, what a play. You jerk. Oh, we do. Here we go. Only this was when I had stuff. Just takes a while to get around to them. Yeah. Might just have to freeze the spike. Or try and freeze the spike, and then we wait till the excavated embers come around. I should have done it down here. It's better. Come on, Fel. Are you attacking yet? You're not? Oh. Oh, we're gonna get one to work. I mean, we're only going to get 2 because the floor will be full, but still. Yeah, spike. Where's the spike now? I don't want to play any of these because I don't want to take up any of the turns with sap. Alright, so we're 84 by 2 with 91 health, which is... Oh, she... Is mitosis valuable, more valuable than the sap? A single mitosis might be more valuable than the sap, but because the sap's got holdover, we get to just keep playing it. Sap is ridiculously strong in this game because the bosses all hit for 10 times something. Except for Daedalus, who's 9. He's 9, yeah? Yeah, he's not 10 times, just 10. The others are 10 times 2 and 10 times 3. Kindle to freeze the double energy? Yeah, maybe. Ice cream... I think ice cream's Hellhorn only though, right? Okay, so currently Penumbra's going to go up to +4. Right, so if we're on a 4-pip room, we put him down and it becomes a 5-pip room. Coldcelia takes up 2 of those, so it's 3. And the dude takes up 1, so it's 2. That's a problem. That was when we mitosis. Otherwise, if we get a 5 pip room, I think mitosis is unnecessary in this deck because we just set up on the 5 pip floor. It goes to 6 when we play Penumbra. Celia knocks it down to 4. He knocks it down to 3, and then we can just play both makings of a morsel every turn. And to do that, we need 4 mana. Draw does raise those chances of getting that 1-hit combo off, which is nice. So I don't need to dupe anything because... reasons. Although one issue is, because it's this Seraph, we could lose a card every turn, and that sucks. So having the extra mana is good because then we can play something else. In which case then do I want to dupe anything? Just remove some crap. Could freeze Perils. I'd probably just play Perils on the turn I get it. I don't really have anything to get there. So gold's nice, caverns, eh. Health, okay. Remove Lances. Stuarts. Dupe a random garbage card. Yeah, I don't ever think I'd be that desperate or worried about Seraph that I dupe a random garbage card. Because remember, like, what have we got? 8 waves. So you're only consuming 8 cards. And some of them you could just consume your regular consume cards. 9 wave, 10 on the last turn of the fight, but you don't care. Well, you very rarely do you care about the card, unless it's a holdover card, in which case it's you're worried about that anyway. But for cards that you're not holding over, you're only really worried about getting rid of 7 of them. Just got your first COV 25 win and your first Shadow Siege win. Nice. How you doing, man? Yeah, I mean, I know that having fodder for the consume is somewhat of a thing, but I hear people talk about it like heaps, and it's just not that big a deal. Like, even if you're drawing 7 or 8 cards a turn, you're only going to consume 7 cards that you really care about. Or, not that you really care about, that you are playing on your first turn. And then after that, you're probably not using them, right? Well, not if you're consuming them, but you wouldn't be using them anyway. Yeah, the fight really doesn't last long enough. I've tried. I've tried to run out of spells. It's hard. I've even done it with, like, Gifts for a Guard, and you're playing that, and it's drawing 3 cards, and you're just consuming them straight away. Probably not going to lose both Morsel Makers either, because I just play a different one. We only play 1 a turn. Yeah, Shroud Spike could be a deal. Could also be the Mitosis. Since I can't play... So the problem with either of these is I'm playing a card first. And I want to play my Sap and my Making of a Morsel every turn. Right? I just want to be sapping Seraph every turn, Making of a Morsel every turn. Which means I have to play something else first. Right? Which can be any other cards. Except these, because there's no morsels on the field. So if I have one of these on a turn where I get perils... I can't play perils first. Need a morsel on the field. Yeah, so when it comes around to getting embers back again... But remember, they go into your discard pile, so you have to wait for the deck to come around. So we probably want to get rid of the crappy cards that we just don't play. So we can draw again. The problem with that is that we don't have anything to play to be fodder. Because you need a little bit of fodder to preserve these cards. I mean, the other option is dupe one of the cards that we have on holdover, so if we don't play it, we get around to the next one faster. Like, it's a really good reason to have sap. Even spike for 1 is still not bad, but it can never spike. You can't spike for 1 unless you're playing one of these cards first, and I don't want to play one of these cards first. Another Ember seems reasonable. No, because they go into your discard. So you just don't see them around soon enough. We need something that we want to see first. It does do 30 damage though. And the other ones that it leaves does do 30 damage. So there's a little bit of extra because of that. I think it's probably one of the holdovers. 1, we get it earlier, and 2, we if we have to play it as a sacrifice, it's not that bad. Especially like if you have both of them in your hand, maybe we play both of them. I don't know. Yeah, so we use a lance for our first energy. Then we use a Making of a Morsel, and then we use Guardian's Amulet. And then we have, so unless we have perils in our hand that we can play on one of the morsels, perils has to combo with one of these, because otherwise we don't get to play them. Which is a reason to get perils, but could just be Making of a Morsel. That way if we end up with 3 of them in our hand. No, I want to get the amulet straight away. I think sapping on, we're going to want to get sap. I think we don't really have enough damage to be not doing it. Make 2 floors, 1 with Champ, 1 with Celia? No. Because then Champ just dies. And he does. I mean, he's doing 100 damage. We kind of want to keep that behind Celia. So these guys are 1/6s. There's also some 15/3s, but we don't care about those. And the 5/3s we don't care about either, except they do spit on us when they die. The 1/6 multi-strikes suck a lot. 1, 2, because we don't kill them off. Hey Dozy, how you doing? So these guys are going to have multi-strike no matter what. I don't think I'm that desperate for the gold. Well, the jackstrips do a little bit here. I think they do enough. Well, not really, because it's called Celia, right? Like the one that the ones that the jackstrips get are the 5 damage dudes. And if we're using sap, that means they don't hit us anyway. They still deal 5 damage when they die, though. Cold Celia is on sweep as well, so she should be able to kill them by that time. So it's not really them. I'm not really worried about the 20 armor. Okay, that solves that. Whip. So about them morsels. We should have put that there. Interesting. Is that the small one? I should have set up in a 5. It's probably not going to matter, but... Now that's an interesting question. Yeah, that's okay. Should have blocked. Yeah, I should have blocked. It's not going to matter. Interesting. So that's kind of what we're expecting to have happen to Sarah. Hopefully. Like he just stands there. Ember Forge? Well, okay. It just dies though, right? I'm pretty sure it just dies. Or worse, we draw it and we can't play our stuff we want to play. Yeah, that's probably worse. Okay. What are we looking for, if anything? Man, do we just ditch the ice tornadoes? I feel like they did something once. Wow, okay, so we have... Mind Jacks could be good. Icicle Fracture could be amazing. Maybe we have to Icicle Fracture, right? And Titan's Claw? Huh. Yeah, we freeze a card that we don't want to have in our deck, and then we consume it on the next turn. For 0, and then we play our stuff. I don't want the 2 on the middle floor. I really want to be on the top floor. I'm not going to re-roll there. Oh, what else do we want on holdover? We just want to hold over perils and just go nuts. Is that how that works? I don't think we can 0 the holdovers. I mean, we could 0 holdover a the mitosis. That's probably better than because then we only need 3 energy to get the morsels down. Yeah, so we play something to consume, like a frozen lance. Then we play the making of a morsel. We play the mitosis. They both hold over. We play a sap. It holds over. We freeze a card, and then it's Dunskies. What do we want to dupe then? The other thing, we've got 2 free removals. We could end up freezing the ice tornadoes, and then they cost 0. So I kind of don't want to just remove them for that. Get rid of a Shade Splitter though. What do we dupe? Dupe the sap. I think we dupe the sap of the amulet, and then we'll end up like just going absolutely like just dumpstering Seraph. Another Ember Cache? No, we don't do that. Why would I want to? Why would I want to remove the Ember Cache? Shroud Spike has a place too. Just get something frozen lanced out. Let's do it, Seraph. I'm feeling somewhat confident. Not cocky, just confident. And because of the mitosis too, we don't care if the top floor gets shrunk. It's not the greatest, but... Oh, mid got shrunk, okay. I wonder if I 50-50 so that if we get the Frozen Lance, we just use that next turn. Nice. I do care about these guys a little bit, putting crap in our deck, but only a little bit. I think having the sap was probably better. Nice. Comes 0. And we'll consume that. More time to set up, but also units appear on the top floor. Like, units appear on... Like, Seraph put that unit in here. So if you're not on the top floor, that unit goes up, it's 15 pyre damage. Sometimes you don't worry, you don't care about that. Sometimes you do, though. This time we do. It might actually be there, because those two die. We'll be sapping Seraph anyway, so we want to put this down on the bottom floor here. Maybe kill a couple of these ones would be good. Perfect. That was our consume card. Upstairs, nice, because then we get to sap up here to reduce damage. This is where the sap, this is where on like having a one-line row against Seraph is good when we've got the Guardian's Amulets, because every time Seraph comes back up, we just drop a Guardian's Amulet on this line, so our heroes are actually, our minions are taking less damage. You're gonna die. I'm gonna die. You're gonna die. Maybe I don't. Oh, okay, let's do it like this then. Yeah, hey Temwood, how you doing? One of the downsides of not having a sweeper down the bottom is we're going to get a self-mutilation, yeah. It's a little poopy. So I reckon we can consume this now. Like, it does its job, and we've got another one ready to go, and we can only really play one a turn anyway. Or we might even be able to go. We might be able to go super ham here. I don't want to hold over two of them though, which means if I don't play this one, I'm not freezing a new one. I want to play one though. I don't want to play that. I think this is where we use we consume a making of a morsel, maybe. I don't know if the frozen ones get back to 0. I guess we could find out. Hang on. Do I have any other zeros? Are they still zeros? Oh, I've consumed them all, so I don't know. If the frozen claw... You lose frozen, but I don't know if you lose the 0 cost. I guess we can find... They do revert back? Okay. If they revert, they may as well consume. No, because we can always just play them again another time, especially at the end of the fight once we start ember draining. Like once we start using the ember cache, whatever it's called that we get, the excavated embers. So we'll get an extra play out of it. Hopefully. I think that's the better play then. Just hold over a bunch and then hope for draw. Yeah, but it's going to consume anyway, so I'm wondering if I want to double consume, like if I do want to consume something and play that, but I'm leaning against it. I could consume a Shade Splitter, because I don't really want to be drawing those again. That might be the play. And I want something to freeze and be reduced to 0, so that I can consume this first next turn. You worried about Cold's health? He's got 40. That's reasonable, right? And these guys are doing very little. That's the last wave. So Seraph goes down the bottom next. And eventually we start redrawing. The problem is, because we've got so many holdovers, it's killing our redraw a little bit. But we're not far off getting into the embers. Sheriff has 20 sap, so minus 40 attack. 10 minus 40. We get healed off that, right? Bottom deck the mitosis. Come on, give it to me. just shuffle. It's funny. What a fun run. We should play Guess the Score. We should totally play Guess the Score and name the run. Although Guess the Score is a bit probably easier because you can add it up along the way. Jack's drips are too strong. Yeah. Achievement unlocked. The Umbra. That's my first Umbra C25 win. Man, that's a piddly score. By winning a run with these cards, you've unlocked their golden card frames. They did a thing. Mrs. Cremo made garlic cheese bread? Oh. Oh, most sap applied. That was my most sap, 330. Yeah, it's the bone dog. So many non-wax wins. I know, right? Like someone had put a picture in one of the Discord channels that I'm in, and it showed like all their this heap of gold Stygian cards they're missing, and everyone's like, "Oh, Stygian's so weak." I'm thinking to myself, Stygian is so strong. And then I was reading somewhere else, and two other people were having a discussion about, "Oh, why don't you have this one?" And they're like, "Oh, this one's so weak." And he's like, "No, they're so strong." And it's just, I think it's just what you are drawn to. You sort of work out ways to win like that, and then you're like, that one's so strong, and everyone who's playing a slightly different play style is like, no, this one's so strong, that one's crap. You know, which made me think, I think they're probably all pretty strong. Celerity hates wax. Celerity hates noxious fumes. Come on. It doesn't have enough tempo. Like, let's be honest here. And that's just a playstyle thing. Someone that wants to be like in your face. Jorbs didn't like noxious fumes for some time. Man, that must have been before my time with Jorbs. It's like 1 damage and it does so much. Like one mana, it does so much damage. I think Wax and Stygian are the strong. Well, Umbra's strong as well. I think they're all really strong, except for Conduit Tethys. Like, Smuss hates Stygian. You're allowed to hate it, Smuss. You like the beefy boys, not the spells. That's fair enough. That's fair enough.